discussed how some men think that sexuality is all about manhood, or manhood is all about sexuality rather, and how they can go to any length to use sex enhancement drug just to make sure that they appear good in bed. And I also want to put this question to you. We are aware that this is not just only restricted to men. This is also same for women too. But it's just that their own focus is different from that of men. But their own focus is what we call artificial butts or breast enlargement. And this is what they do. Now, many of these women feel that womanhood is all about sexuality. They feel that they need to be good on bed. They feel that they need to be good in bed and appear wonderful in bed. Or some of them even think that for them to be a woman, like the society think, they need to be sexy. And of course, the society has given them a definition of who a sexy woman is. A woman with a big front and a woman with a big back. So this is making most women to be pressured to go into artificial sex enlargement, artificial butt and breast enlargement rather. And sadly, there are older women are even advising the younger women, the younger generations, to go into this, to do these things without even considering the side effects, without considering what is going to happen, afterwards. So I am here today to talk to you about these things, and I remain your amazing friend, Happiness, because I care so much about your well-being, and I welcome you again to another wonderful conversation today. So I will be taking you through the negative effects of artificial breast or butt enlargement. In case you are considering doing this, you need to listen to this and hear the negative effects. So I'll be talking about the physical effect, I'll be talking about the financial effect, and I'll be talking about the emotional effect. And I'm still going to, under the physical effect, I'm going to slightly talk about the health effect as well. So the first thing I want to talk about under the physical effect is that you might develop infections after surgery. That is the first thing you need to consider whenever you feel that you want to go on and do artificial breast or butt enlargement. You need to consider that after surgery you might develop infection. Another thing that you need to consider is that implants can leak or burst or shift out of place for those people that are going to be using surgery, because I understand that this artificial butt and breast enlargement, some persons do these things through surgery, and some persons use this different kind of cream actually. So it's very important for you to consider all these things. And the second physical effect that you need to consider is that surgery can leave you with lasting pain or scars. This is as I will always tell you that God has created you perfectly well. So if you want to recreate yourself, it can never be perfect just as the way God has created you. There will definitely be a scar and there will definitely be pains. Yes. And another thing that I want you to understand about the physical effect is that one side might look noticeably different from the other side. You know, that's just it. A part of your skin will be different from the other part of your skin. So it will be so obvious that you've done something to that part of the skin. So even in a way, you are not even building your confidence anymore. You are building lack of confidence in a way. And the other thing that you need to consider when you are thinking of artificial butt or boobs enlargement is that you could lose feeling in the affected area. God has given us feelings as a human being. God wants you to feel something, and that is why when I touch you, you should feel that I'm touching you. So in that aspect of your body, you will no longer feel something. You might not even have any feeling around that aspect of your body. That's another physical effect that you need to consider. Another physical effect that you need to consider is that implants can make it harder to detect cancer during routine tests. I'm not praying that you have cancer, but this is one of the physical effects that you also need to consider as well. And the seventh physical effect that you need to consider is some women experience symptoms like fatigue or joint pain from breast implant illness. So while considering artificial breast or butt enlargement, you need to consider all these physical effects. Now let me quickly talk about the emotional effect. But before I continue to talk about some of the emotional effects, I want you to be aware that studies show that women often feel satisfied even after surgery or using enhancement creams, which can lead to body image issues, anxiety, and depression. I quite understand that the reason why you want to engage in artificial enlargement, when the reason I want to do the surgery or use the cream, is because you are feeling incomplete. You feel that your body image is not wonderful enough, so you want to do something to make you look wonderful. You want to do something to make you feel adequate for your future spouse or for your present spouse. But at the same time, just be aware that after doing these things, you will not still be satisfied, because confidence has nothing to do with your physical appearance. Confidence is from the inside, because when you are done, you will still see something that is far more better than yours, and you will still not be satisfied. Fine, there are some persons that God gave them a big front or a big back. It's okay, and if God didn't give you that, just appreciate what God has given you and be contented with what you have. And at the same time, the result of this artificial enlargement will not come the way you expect. So the way it will come might even later lead to low self-esteem. The low self-esteem that you've been avoiding, because there are some women that they begin to have low self-esteem because of flat chest, because of flat butts. But this low self-esteem that you've been avoiding, you will end up having it after doing this thing. So you need to be aware of this. And another thing again is that you might even feel the need for more surgeries to fix and perceived flaws. It's just like when you've done something and you just want to cover up. That's how it feels. You will not feel contented with it. After doing that surgery, you won't be contented. You want to cover up, and you want to do as many as whatever that will take you to cover up. And that is emotional enough. That is even what we call emotional issues, because you are not confident in what you have. You don't want to face shame. You don't want to be shamed. You don't want to be mocked that you've done this, that you've done that. So that's another thing that you need to consider when we are talking about the emotional effect. Now let me talk about the financial effect. I'm just talking about unplanned cost or extra cost, because the truth of the matter is, for you to maintain surgery for artificial enlargement, or for you to maintain the usage of the cream, it takes money. Now let me talk about the aspects of surgery. After doing this thing, there are times that you also need to go back to the hospital to renew it, because it will not last forever. And another thing again about the cream is that the cream, it has to be used consistently, because once you stop using the cream, there will be a lapse, there will be an issue. So there will be a consistent spending, and it will begin to cost more and more. So financial demands, and also it can even cause financial issues for you as a person. So ladies, please listen to me and listen where I'm talking to you, most especially you. Stop feeling inadequate. Please stop feeling inadequate for probably your future husband or for your present husband. Stop feeling inadequate, because womanhood is not about your sexuality. It's not even about your physical body. In fact, your relevance is not about how you look. Your relevance is about what you have inside of you. Your relevance is all about what you have in your brain, in your skull. I'm talking to you, yes, what you have in your skull. Not about your chest, not about your backside, but about what you have in your skull. So instead of you having low self-esteem about what God has given to you, why don't you desire to be better? Why don't you desire to discover your purpose? Why don't you desire to be a better person? And you will see how many guys that will look for you, instead of you saying that you want to do this to just make somebody satisfied. And at the same time, I want you to also consider something, because whenever you want to do this thing, you need to weigh the risks and the reward. And also, it will not be so wonderful for you to, whenever you want to be under the knife, or whenever you want to use knife for yourself, you need to consider, is it for your own good or for the other person's good? If it's for the other person's good, then you need to rethink, because your body is a temple. In fact, your body is a temple of the Lord. So your body is a temple that houses your destiny, that houses everything that has to do with you. So you need to take care of your body and maintain your body. And also, I would like you to say this affirmation before I go. Lady, I want you to repeat after me. Say, I am beautiful. Say, I am wonderfully and fearfully made. Say, I was created perfectly. Say, my shape has a purpose. Yes, your shape has a purpose. God gave you that shape for a purpose. You need to know that purpose exactly. Yes. And also say that I am satisfied with what the Creator has given me. Say I'm confident in my physical appearance. And say I am beautifully beautiful. Of course, I am beautifully beautiful. Yes, happiness is beautifully beautiful. Oh yes, so it's been a wonderful moment with you today, and I believe that we've been able to have a healthy discussion today, and I believe that it's been a productive moment with you today. So if this video is helpful for you, or if you found this video helpful, please do well to press the like button, do well to comment, do well to share, please, and at the same time do well to subscribe so that you can always get amazing content such as this. And at the same time, I want you to join me in the comment box. So join me in the comment box. I want to hear from you. So we'll meet some other time, but I want you to stay confident, I want you to stay bold, I want you to stay informed, and I want you to stay blessed. Bye for now.